level. This is why. All right, guys, we're back with another video, and today we're going to go over a video that has Eugene Bleeker in it. He's a guy all over social media, works with a bunch of players, a lot of really highly talented players, and in this video in particular, he's going to talk about a couple things, like the feel versus real phenomena. Will allow him to explain kind of what he sees that to be, and then what my thoughts are. And then he talks about, what separates a high school, college, minor league, high level, big league caliber hitter. What are those differences? He's going to get right into that as well. So, guys, remember, before we start, hit that subscribe video, hit the like on this video. It helps us out in the algorithm big time. And then, obviously, if you're looking for help in the recruiting process, scan the Get Recruited QR code, fill out the form. One of us will meet with you, talk about kind of how we work, and make sure that it's the right fit for you guys, and you guys are the right fit for us, and see if we'd love to work with you. So, scan that if you're interested, but I'm going to pull up the video now, and we're going to talk about this in particular here, but let's listen to what Eugene has to say first.
Sometimes the thought that we have as a hitter is different from the reality of how our body thinks to do something. Just because you think down doesn't mean you're going to hit the ball on the ground. There are big league hitters that think to swing down and think to hit a ground ball and then hit a home run.
First off, that's 100% right. Right? There's a lot of hitters in the game that think swing down, and they're not actually swinging down to the ball. Now, again, like, we can talk about how, there is kind of a little bit of a slight down before you get to the bottom of your path. But essentially what he's saying is, listen, you're not swinging like this, right? You're not swinging like chopping straight down. You're getting on plane back here, getting underneath it a little bit, and able to drive it, create a line drive. But for some guys, swing down makes it to where they can get on plane quickly and stay on plane. Other guys are the exact opposite and think they need to think swing up, right? And these are guys with steeper swing paths. A guy like me, right? I was a guy with a steeper swing path. So when I did think swing up, it leveled me out, got me on plane early, and allowed me to stay on plane and stay on the line of the pitch. So first off, everything he's saying here, exactly right. Because what you'll see is a lot of the analytics guy will say, like, well, you should never swing down. And it's like, no, he's not actually saying to swing down, but like, if I notice a guy is really vertical bat angle, really, kind of dumps the barrel back here, that's a guy you want to say, hey, think swing down here, because that's going to level him out. Right. So a lot of times what really high level hitting coaches did before TrackMan and analytics and blast motion and all this stuff is they could recognize a certain swing pattern and say, okay, he's missing underneath. He's kind of dumping the barrel. Hey, think swing down here. Right. That's what a lot of it was. A lot of it was just guys recognizing he needs to think swing down to get on plane. But let's keep watching the video.
The things that people say that separates players. High school players lock in and they're ready to go kind of inning to inning. College players, every half inning. Pro players, you're talking about every at bat. But big leaguers, the best in the world, it's pitch to pitch. Pitch to pitch, they can make adjustments.
Yeah, so I think what he's generally saying, what he's saying is true, right? There are the elite of the elite high school players that are getting picked high in the first round of the Major League Draft. Those guys are probably going to be thinking on a higher level than most high school hitters, right? The same is true in college. The same is true in the minor leagues. And how I categorize it is typically like this. The reason that, like, most hitters, when you talk to most hitters and you say, hey, like, and you talk to them about picking up a tip on a pitcher, hey, can you see this when you're in the box? Most guys never even get to that level because, one, the first thing most high school hitters are trying to master is, are they seeing the pitch well? Do they know how to track a pitch? After that, after you see the ball, now you have to go to, okay, what am I hunting? You're actually being proactive. You're not just being reactive. You're figuring out what pitch am I looking for, in what zone. And so then that's level 2. Level 3 is, okay, based on the situation, what should my approach be and where should I be trying to pick it up? Right. So the situation could be runners on second and third, no outs. Now I got to look at the infield alignment. Are the corners in? Now I got to hit a ground ball up the middle or drive it to the outfield. And because there's a base open, that means the pitcher is going to try to pitch around me, not really give me a good pitch to hit here. So he's probably going off speed. So I need to sit off speed. And because I'm sitting off speed, I need to track that out of the hand just above the zone. And you guys understand where I'm getting at now, because the deeper you go and the more high level hitter you go, everything comes back to tracking again, right? So the high school hitters are just trying to track. The advanced guys are trying to figure out, all right, what is my approach? What am I trying to attack against this pitcher? Situationally, what is he doing? Or what's the situation that's going to dictate the rest of that? What are my constraints that are affecting me right now? So based on what he's doing in the situation, I need to think, okay, if he's let's say I'm a left-handed hitter facing a lefty sinker guy, I got to fight inside. I got to my swing thought is try to be win the inside part of the ball, because if not, he's going to blow me up. Okay, so, and then maybe fifth, sixth, seventh order of advancement in a hitter is you can start picking up things on pitchers right before the pitch is thrown, right? So you're not just like staring at the release point the whole time. And I can give you a great example that sometimes you can pick things up and you don't even realize it, or you don't even know what it is you're picking up. So Daniel Mengden, who pitched at Texas A&M, I played against him a bunch when he was with Oakland and AAA with Nashville. Really good pitcher, like 5 pitches for strikes, funky. Always was a good fun guy to face because you just never knew what you were going to get. But I knew every single time he threw a breaking ball before he threw it. I can't tell you what he did, but there was something in my eyes that would pick up something. And without me really being consciously aware of what I was seeing, my brain is like, he's throwing a curveball. So when you get to that high a level of being able to make adjustments pitch to pitch, like Eugene's saying, and sometimes even, again, it's like, okay, I was late there. Now I got to be early, or yeah, I'm getting around it. I got to fight inside. Like, that is what separates elite hitters, is just the ability they can focus on so much more and gain an edge much more than your average hitter, right? And most pro hitters are not at that point where they can pick up things on pitchers every pitch, while also having success as a hitter. Most guys just never get to that level. So I think he's spot on here, and just wanted to give a little more details on it.
Let's say you're facing a pitcher with a rise ball. You get beat, and you know you're missing under the ball. Step out of the box. You know you're missing under it. Think like, all right, I'm going to get on top of this one. That feel should be like up here. And then you get back in the box, and your mentality is, I'm going to get on top of this thing. I'm not going to let her beat me up here and miss under anymore. Whether you have to think to chop down at it, get on top. There are times when we do high spin fastballs in here with players where they're swinging and missing, swinging and missing, swinging and missing. And then I say to them, do me a favor. On the next one, I want you to try and swing and miss above the ball. And then what do you think happens on the next one? They hit it. They don't swing and miss. They actually hit it, because their brain's perception of the adjustment they need to make is way too small.
Yeah, 100%. So what I love about what he said right there, and that was it, he's 100% right, is what tends to happen, especially with amateur hitters and even a lot of college hitters, is the adjustment that's required. They don't do a big enough adjustment. So when I tell a hitter, hey, be early, you're late, exaggerate it, be early, exaggerate it, like be so early it feels uncomfortable. Because most hitters, even when you tell them to exaggerate it, they barely make an adjustment at all. Like, they're just like a little bit earlier when they need to be a lot of it earlier. And so Eugene's 100% right. And the best hitters, like if I knew I was facing a sinker guy, I got to get underneath, right? I'm trying to hit the bottom half of the baseball. That's an adjustment I'm making as I'm walking up to the plate. I know he's a sinker guy, a sinker slider guy, so I'm going to pick one. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to get underneath it. Where you're facing a four-seam ride guy, like he's saying, he's going to be living at the top of the zone. I probably want to lay off that borderline top of the zone pitch, because it's going to be tough to hit no matter what. But then everything else, it's gonna get on you faster than you think. It's gonna look like it's got a little bit of rise. Think swing down. And then again, if you're facing a cutter guy, I gotta get this bat through that pitch even faster than I think. When I would face a cutter guy, I always would just tell myself to turn just turns as fast as you can, ridiculously as you can, because your body is going to see the pitch released and think, oh, it's a fastball, and so your bat's going to start going to where that fastball is unless you really emphasize it. But overall, I thought great stuff from Eugene there, especially on the feel versus real and just the adjustments that hitters make the more advanced they get as a hitter, right? And that's in the mental side of the game. And a lot of the things he's talking about, I've talked to you guys about a ton on here. So thought that was a great video, guys. Again, thanks for your support. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll be back again with another video tomorrow.